The 29th of November is the United Nations Day of Solidarity with Palestinians. I'm Linda Rose, the chairwoman of SUNFO International Children's Wing. SUNFO is a non-political, non-racial, non-sectarian organisation focusing on the Sustainable Development Goals and how we can all live in a better, more just and peaceful world. And I welcome you to our conference on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and how life under occupation affects these in occupied territories of Palestine. We would like to welcome our guest speaker, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Palestine, Ms. Francesca Albanese. Thank you so much for sparing time with us today.
Like many of you, I've been following and I've been engaged with the history of Palestine and the Palestinian people for 15, 20 years. And I would have never imagined to find myself where I am today. Really, I have the feeling of staring at the abyss. And I say that with my both Palestinians and Israelis in my heart, because it's a very tragic moment for both. Surely for the Palestinians who are facing the most critical danger in their entire history. And I think that for the massive machinery deployed against them, I think that this is even more violent than what they have endured as a people in the past. And it's true for those in the Gaza Strip. It's true for those in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. It's true for those who are in Israel, but it's also true for the Palestinians around the world. Because on a day like this, we need to say that even manifesting, showing solidarity with the people of Palestine is not accepted. There is a rise of anti-Palestinian racism that it's astounding and must be countered. But precisely and exactly because of where the Palestinians are today, and because of how their fate is intertwined with that of the Israelis, I keep on saying to the international community that this is the moment to show, to be even-handed and to show wisdom to both people. It's possible to stand in solidarity with both people, but what needs to be done is to move forward doing something that sounds extremely radical, that has never been done, has been said, and it has never been done. The application of international law must be the lighthouse as we move forward. I still see these days where the people in Palestine need ceasefire in Gaza, unfettered access of humanitarian aid, immediate plans to rebuild Gaza, but also evacuation plans for all the Palestinians in Gaza who need to receive some aid, physical or psychological, and who will not be able to return to their homes because they have been destroyed for a while. And to the Palestinians in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, who are facing the brutality of soldiers and armed settlers alike, and for all the others, I say it's necessary to have a protective presence. Besides a ceasefire, what is needed the day after tomorrow is a protective presence in the occupied Palestinian territory, because it's clear that Israel has relinquished its protection responsibilities toward the people it maintains under belligerent occupation for a long time. And the protection of the Palestinian people remains a responsibility of the international community. The Palestinians cannot be left alone. But also, besides this, before thinking of two states, one state, various forms of states, what should be the priority is to consider that the ultimate goal, but also the starting point for any political action, is the realization of full rights, full freedom, full dignity of everyone living between the river and the sea. And when I say that, there is nothing that should be interpreted to the detriment of the Israelis. But now, between the river and the sea, those who are victimized and left without rights are the Palestinians. And in conclusion, I also want to recall what is the pure meaning of the word solidarity. On this day of solidarity with the Palestinian people, in the most tragic year of recent history for the Palestinians and Israelis, solidarity comes from the Latin word solidum, which means unity, which means togetherness. It's important to remind ourselves that togetherness is not something passive. Togetherness must means an action, bringing back both humanity and justice. May this be the solidarity we promised this year to both the Palestinians and the Israelis. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Francesca, for your wonderful words. And I think that's a really important part of what we're trying to do today. It shouldn't be a one-sided issue. It's about the whole situation. But law is the key, and human rights, justice, and that's the most important thing.